Assalamualaikum and very good morning. And now I'm going to explain regarding the meaning of design. Design is actually a visual language that communicates idea and information using typographic and pictographic imagery. So after this, I'm going to continue with the sixth process of making design process, which is the first one is review the design brief, which is read through the design brief several times. Ascertain the client's budget and deadline for delivering the project assets. Completing the work by the due date is an essential character attribute for a professional designer. As you analyze the brief, scanning for keywords and deliverables, consider how long the design process will be and factor this into your work plan. Look for and highlight keywords related to industry, market, form factor, tone, and style. Learn more about this process. If you have the ability to speak to the client verbally or online, then ask as many questions as you can. You want to fully understand the brief. The second step is research and discovery. Research will make you a better designer, saving you a lot of thinking time. This step is crucial. You will become more engaged with the client's needs, making your design far superior than the rest. Don't skip this step if you are entering a freelance design contest, as some time spent on search can be up to 30 minutes will give you an advantage. So moving on the third step, which is brainstorm and sketch concepts. Now it is the time to pull all your ideas together. But start by creating symbols or motifs. Explore and test typefaces and keep in mind the latest logo and graphic design trends when you are working. Make sure to jot all your ideas down. So right now, after this is step 4, which is build on your concepts. Develop to 3 to 5 is different finished concepts to give your client some choices. They should be easy to digitalize since you are created the sketches. If you can explain your concepts to the client in a design rationale, which explains the reason behind each concept. Pro tip, you will look more knowledgeable if you have done some research. Remember to all love your concepts. Don't create something you don't like and get upset when the client chooses it. Listen to and analyze your client's feedback when they share their view or perspective on your concepts. From here, you can further develop and be more attentive to one design. Right now, step 5, which is evolve and iterate your concept. The client may want you to mix and match from all your concepts that you have presented or come up with something entirely. It's not unusual for clients to make requests for little design tweaks. In reality, as a designer, it's a part of the job to design amendments. Again, keep in mind the time restraints and budget. Think if it is worth creating many changes if you not communicate this to your client. If you are won a design contest, then it is a reasonable client expectation that you will finalize the design during the handover phase. The key is to keep up the communication with the client. Design crowds support team is on the hand to help and add some grease to process if required. When submitting a design crowd, create design variation and group this together. In the following 2 animal logo designs, you can see there are 2 different font options included, 2 for the logo design. Another example of a variation could be showing the client 2 color of options for a single logo concept. Right now, moving on step 6, which is the finish step. You are done. In traditional agencies, designs can take months to develop and finalize with the client. Here at Design Crowd, it takes a few hours to a few days to complete to handover phase. Now it's time to send the finished files to the client.
Okay, next I will explain the 6 basic elements and principles of graphic design. The line, the shape, the textures, color, value, and space. Okay, the first basic element is the line. The line is usually present in every design. The lines can be long, red, straight, short, black, or curved. They are most of the time used for delimitation between different sections of a design or are used to direct a viewer's vision in a specific direction. The lines can create different effects and visual impact. Second, the shape. They can be circle, square, rectangle, or any other abstract shape. Minimalistic design use it a lot because they are often based on illustrations and drawings. Like lines, shapes are also associated by the human mind with different movements. For example, circles are associated with movement and nature. Next, the textures. The textures can look similar to solid background colors. Texture styles include paper, concrete, brick, fabric, and natural elements among flat or smooth color. The texture can totally change a website and offer a totally different visual impact. The first is color. The color is an important element of a design because it offers the most powerful visual impact at a single glance. Color creates emotions. For example, blue is calm, green is natural. Value. Value is more general and represents how dark or light a design is. Okay, the last basic element is the space. The space and how easy use is important in design. The white space becomes used widely because it allows the human eye to read easier. The space has a lot to do with how the design is perceived by human eyes.
Managing effective design. The effective design is achieved by utilizing the tools of visual organization and managing visual relationship. There are 10 effective design principles you need to know. First, composition and focal point. Capturing the attention of the reader requires creating an area of. Second, as part of visual hierarchy, lead them through your message to call to action by placing their goal on a natural eyes path. The number 3 is balance. A balanced layout creates visual harmony and order. An unbalanced layout creates tension. There are many factors that contribute to balance: size, position, spacing of element, color, and shape. The number 4 is color. People react to color in a variety of ways. Using the wrong color may alienate and confuse them. Color is also used for impact attention. Number 5 is movement. Line, form, shape, type choice, type, size, compositional element, and placement all give a piece movement. Number 6 is white space. If a layout has no white space or negative space, the eye has no relief from a constant bombardment of information. No relief results in eye fatigue and decline of readership. The number 7 is pattern repetition structure. We are hardwired to recognize and respond positively to symmetric repeating pattern and structure that intuitively formation. The number 9 is grid and alignment. Establishing a grid, preferably one using the rule of good composition, help given structure to a marketing vehicle. The last one is constraint. Constraint can be achieved through type, styling, use of texture, complementary color, how type interact with color, or the interplay of order, graded, repetitive, and chaotic random texture. There is an energy in the use of constraint in design that correspond to our life experience. Our correspond to light and dark, day and night, dumb and sharp, happy and sad. So, when you focus to building an iPad support by the 10 principles of effective design, you can be confident that the most visible component of your marketing strategy is working hard to increase conversion and advance your mission.
Next, I would like to talk about the visual organization, which is involved four primary considerations. The first one is format and orientation. The second is the grip system. The third is the eye movement. And the last one is theme. Format in design refers to layout or surface area in which a composition is created. The way the image is created, cropped, and placed can follow two format arrangement, which is a portrait and landscape. The orientation is the point of the view or perspective of a design. Next is the grip system. Grip system is the most flexible foundation to support the designer working in 2 and 3 dimensions instead of the grip. The grip divides into a 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional space into smaller compartments. The field of compartments may be the same or different in size. Next is the eye movement. The eye works in conjunction with the brain to perceive the words. Last one is the theme. It's the subject or topic being represented.